Early this year, you may or may not be aware of the growing Russian military buildup along the Ukrainian border. Despite Russia's military endeavors around the Ukrainian border, few thought that an invasion or war state would emerge from the situation. But to everyone's surprise, Russia just marched up to Kyiv, leaving a trail of devastation behind. Yes, we all knew that a military conflict was broiling between the two from the start of this year, yet a military invasion was still an uncertain probability, owing largely to its worldwide economic impact. All of us shared an implicit hope that although political pressure might not succeed in pressuring Putin to drop the idea of invading Ukraine, but economic pressure will certainly do. Unfortunately for the globe, even drastic economic sanctions and financial backlash did not deter the Russian premier. Today, we are here to assess the worldwide economic consequences of the Russian invasion of Europe. Welcome to Wealthy Mindset, where we explore unique and breathtaking angles from the world of money, economics, personal finance, and investing. But before we dive into it, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, click on the bell icon right there so you never miss any of our subsequent videos. On the 24th of February 2022, the world woke up to the news of Russian President Vladimir Putin launching a full-scale invasion of Ukraine, sending a chill down the spine to markets across the world. And guess what? As Ukraine felt the heat of airstrikes, the Russians felt the same heat in the domestic as well as international market. The Russian stock market took a dive by 40% within hours, and its currency, the ruble, plunged 30% against the dollar within 24 hours. As a consequence, people all across Russia were seen lined up in front of cash machines and banks, desperate to withdraw their hard-earned cash, owing to mounting uncertainty around Russian banks. This, in turn, forced banks to raise the interest rate from 9.5% to 20% and blocked the sale of securities owned by foreign entities and individuals. Despite all this, the worst was yet to come. All of it was followed by unprecedented economic sanctions imposed by the USA and European Union, aimed at crippling the Russian economy, whose repercussions are yet to be fully analyzed, according to Russian experts. Also, Russian banks are now cut out of the SWIFT, Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication, which comes as a further political and financial blow to the Russian economy. But the sad Russian story is not the end of the misery inflicted by the economic downturn. Russia, being the 11th largest economy, the second biggest exporter of crude oil, and the world's largest natural gas exporter, has caused much pain in the pockets of Asians, Europeans, Africans, and everywhere else in the world. The Brent crude and WTI oil prices shot up over $100, the highest since 2014. This alone has wreaked havoc in middle-income and low-income countries, eroding them fast off their foreign exchange reserves, which is vital to heating homes, powering planes, and filling cars with fuel. People in the UK and other parts of Europe are already burning their pockets by paying high prices for energy and fuel. An analyst at the banking group Investec, named Martin Young, has cautioned that household fuel bills in the UK could reach an annual £3,000, leaving many British households devoid of fire and warmth. If the fear of Putin weaponizing Russia's natural resources as a countermeasure to sanctions comes true, the European middle classes will be further struggling to meet their energy requirements. Politicians in Germany are calling for a natural gas reserve to be created to protect consumers from price shocks due to foreign causes. Customers across the world could still be hit in other ways. If airlines pass on the rise in costs of aviation fuel, the price of a plane ticket will rise with a leap, making flying the most expensive in the last couple of decades. As once both Russia and Ukraine together were dubbed the breadbasket of Europe, they are now caught at war with each other. The cost of regular food commodities may rise in places like the Middle East, North Africa, and Turkey, where reliance is high on the two countries for wheat and corn supply. Analysts are speculating that war-caused disruption in production and supply of wheat may double the prices globally. In South Asia, particularly in India, a country that imports a total of 74% of its sunflower oil requirements from Ukraine alone, there the rise in the price of edible oil, along with fuel, can become a major source of worry for the enormous lower-income populace. The UK and other countries, which do not depend much on imports to meet their fooding requirements, their farmers might find themselves paying extra for fertilizer, which is one of Russia's largest exports. Many senior citizens across the world, most affected being the Russians who rely on pensions for their livelihood, are under threat of losing their livelihood with the crash of stock markets where their savings are invested in expectation of a return. The automobile sector, that was yet to recover from a back-breaking pandemic, supply chain disruption, and shortage of chips, has fallen into another abyss. Primarily, Russia, one of the world's largest suppliers of metals used in car parts and accessories, such as nickel, which is used in lithium-ion batteries, and palladium, which is used in catalytic converters. If it decides to cut off supplies of these metals as a retaliatory measure to sanctions, the supply problems could get worse, with car manufacturers having to find alternative sources. As per the forecast released by the Center for Economics and Business Research, inflation reached an all-time high of 7.5% in January in the US since February 1982, and rose 5.5% in the UK, is expected to hit around 10% in major NATO economies. If the cost of energy and food rises due to energy and food supply disruption caused by the ongoing conflict in Eastern Europe. These are a very few economic repercussions entailed by the Russian-Ukrainian conflict onto the world, with much more to follow as the sanctions mature over time. What do you think will happen to the global economy in the future? Let us know in the comments section below. For more of this kind, tell us in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, slap a like on it and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest business trends and interesting facts. You can also turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss any of our mind-blowing videos. We'll catch you in the next one. Until then, bye!